What's up? You're listening to Countries We Fucked, the anti-Israel podcast.
Yeah.
With your host, Adam
Friedland.
I listened to an episode of GW.
Guys We Fucked?
Yeah.
How was it?
I don't know. It was like, there was like 30 minutes. I mean, I don't want to shit on other comics, but there was like 30 minutes solid of plugging sponsors.
Oh, damn.
And it's like the amount of money this section is generating.
Yeah.
It's like making me so depressed.
I didn't
Can we
realize
get
that
why
it
don't we
was-
have, by the way, why don't we have Fleshlight or some other porn company or some kind of
that shit's tricky. I'm like actually working on some stuff. So.
I didn't realize it was Guys We Fucked. I thought it was F and then @ pound, asterisk. I didn't realize that's what it stood for.
It's Guys We F cartoons getting into a fight in the Wild West. CKED.
I mean, that's just a perfect example of patriarchy at work. iTunes making them change fucked into some sort of...
And then the boys roll through with
And then
a
the
literal
cum
cum
boys.
logo.
What is
Slid
going on,
right
by the
past.
way? I thought for sure the first one we uploaded was going to get, like... Can't they just tell us we can't do it?
A guy told me that the iTunes, guys is just... It's one guy. It's one guy
nice.
that runs
standards
podcasts.
and practices? Or
No,
something?
it's like one guy that's like... Yeah, I'm iTunes Eric. I'll just hang out here at Apple. Cappuccino, baby. I make the lists. I figure out which ones are the best ones that everybody likes. I mean, we don't chart anymore.
Cool.
Unless it's like immediately after the podcast is uploaded.
Right.
And then it's, I don't know, you have to get subscribers. I don't know how the fuck that shit works.
Right.
I was told that it's mostly bullshit by a guy that's also not on the top. Yeah, I'm sure if you asked
Ira Glass.
If you ask, Christina or Joe Rogan, they'd be like, no, it's 100% legitimate. Those statistics are real. But, who cares?
It's good to be with the damn boys.
We're on there despite breaking all the fucking rules. I think the only reason why is because I made sure to mark everything as explicit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, mislabeling things is what might get people in trouble.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, if you call it the Blues Clues podcast... and the picture is a dick going into a child's mouth. They might be like, okay, well, is it explicit? And then if you say yes,
You're
then
fine.
there you go. You're good.
Now, is that an actual picture
the
you
official
took?
Blues Clues podcast with me, your host. And it's just the sound. That's all the podcast is. And then Velcro strapping and unstrapping.
And then
a
baby crying.
Yeah. Yo, how about that video? Did you guys see I posted it? I found a video of a baby laughing slowed down, and it sounds
like Brandon.
It sounds
I heard
exactly
that.
like
yeah.
Brandon.
Really? I faved it.
Yo, this fucking piece of shit cat, can you stop it?
Yeah. That's Brandon.
That does sound exactly like him.
Yes, this is our first. We haven't chilled in a while.
I know, it's nice to be back, dude. So much hilarious.
Boys.
We missed the Trump pussy grab
Yeah,
shit.
we stacked episodes a couple weeks ago before Stav went out of town, and I was talking to Nick's roommate Felix, and he's like, "What if something terrible happens, like a terrorist attack? Like you guys won't be able to pot it out, and then
Something
so
incredible
many better
happened.
things happen than terrorist attacks."
I love it, dude. Move on her like a bitch. Trump was trying to get pussy via furniture.
Yeah. Move on her like a bitch. I think was the hidden gem.
It was beautiful.
of the recording.
I'm a
Well, I was
like
talking.
a bitch.
I was talking with Dave Smith in the green room of Red Eyes, which is a TV show that I do.
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
What
An
channel?
unpaid TV show that airs at 3 a.m.
Yeah. So we were there, and I was saying like that. The most why the angle I would have gone with that recording is like it's embarrassing that they have a secret recording of Donald Trump earnestly trying to impress Billy Bush.
Billy Bush. Yeah.
It's like it's like if we we got this secret recording of Donald Trump bragging how much he can bench press to Ryan Seacrest. That would be bad to me. It's like in secret he talks about how he grabs women's pussies. It's like I'm sure.
Right.
Like why?
Yeah.
Yeah, who's shocked that that guy
I don't know.
ropes bitches?
Yeah,
I
this
guess
country
it's this
fucking
late in the
sucks.
game that they're like they have to. Okay, this is the thing we're gonna be outraged with.
Right, it did feel like a thing of like every Republican was trying to find something to distance themselves.
Two months ago, it was like, yeah, he raped a child, and people were like, so what? Like we need something better.
2 months ago,
we got
he was
Access Hollywood involved. They're like juicy.
No, he's like, we need a literal Gestapo force to go from house to house and take illegals, like the Holocaust. and take illegals and send them to Mexico. And, everyone's like, oh, make America
Well,
great.
honestly, you're kind of racist if you have a problem with that, like sending people back to
interesting.
Mexico. 'Cause it's like, Mexico's great. It's a POC country, so it's better than America. Basically, everything POCs have ever done is better than what white people do.
Right,
so,
right.
like, he's saying we want to take these people and send them to a place better than America.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
is
yeah.
that
Oh,
bad?
I see.
So,
I didn't realize
basically,
that
this
angle.
whole thing is that he's losing, right?
Yeah.
And they want an excuse to not endorse him because he's losing now.
Yep, that's the
To-
hot political ass fucking take.
Is
from
that
the-
it? Thank you.
My question
Yeah.
is, who gives a shit?
I
It's
don't
been 2
fucking
weeks.
care.
Yeah, yeah.
We
no
don't
one cares.
care.
I don't
I
care.
don't know. There's
We
funny
missed
stories
Ken
we could talk
Bone.
about.
We missed Ken Bone.
Yeah, somebody said he looked like you.
Huh?
Somebody
Yeah, I mean,
said-
everyone's gonna say it every time a fat guy with glasses comes up. But I'm much cuter than Ken Bone.
Yeah, I don't think you look like Ken Bone.
Thank you.
Shout out to Ken Bone for not getting in trouble for child porn. I was like, this guy's definitely going to be a child porn guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? You
No,
just
yeah, I
look
feel
at
that
him,
way.
you're like,
I mean,
oh,
he
yeah.
You know what I
probably-
feel that way about Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are like, he was great. And I'm like, yeah, he didn't fuck kids. And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And
No,
I'm like,
but
no, really. I mean, I feel like he should have. He had to have wanted to.
Mhm.
He wanted to.
You think he wanted to fuck kids?
Absolutely, dude.
Okay.
Mr. Rogers?
I don't think so. I bet you Mr. Rogers fucked whores, dude.
No, I guarantee you those guys' balls were fucking ocean blue.
No.
They were like they were
I bet
ready
you
to
he
pop.
fucked. Like he
Like
fucking.
ripe blueberries. He was fucking so waiting.
Every time a little girl like bent over to tie her shoes,
Yeah,
he was
yeah.
like, "Oh boy."
He's like, I gotta go hang out with the trolley. Yeah, he's in the tiny train. His best friend was a train that he talked to. He hung out with children, of course, dude.
Yeah, he would kiss kids with the puppets
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that he was operating. No,
Mhm.
let me kiss you lower.
and the power of Christ kept him so thoroughly, in the tiny closet that he never.
Is that what being a child? Is that the closet child molesters hide in?
Oh,
Is the
yeah.
tiny closet?
Yeah, the play school closet, the toy chest.
In the toy chest.
Wait, I think toy chest is like, wasn't that the name of like
It's a porn store.
Yeah, that was like the FBI one last year. No, it was like Playpen. That was the one.
That's hilarious.
Last year, the
Playpen's great name.
last year the FBI they like seized some child pornography website, and they're like, this website is so good, we have to keep it going so we can catch more pedophiles. And they just ran a child pornography website.
Oh my!
for
That
like 6 months.
Clearly there was a pedophile in charge of that operation.
It always turns out that that's the fucking case. Like,
Right.
that was my big gripe with all that
to catch
a predator shit.
Yeah.
It's like, they're like, look at these heroes that pretend to be children online all day and try to fuck grown men. It's like, no, there's something wrong with those people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Didn't they find some shit on the host, Chris?
No,
what's his
I
name?
think you said this before. I don't think so. I think he just sucks.
maybe.
Mhm.
All right.
He wasn't fucking kids, right?
I fucking
Yeah.
I hope to God he fucked kids.
If he fucked kids, we'd know about it.
Yeah,
It
of
would be the
course.
biggest thing. It would be the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, it'd be so
If he
funny
fucked kids.
if he got caught.
That would be better than Seventh Heaven.
Mhm.
That's the one that could top the Seventh Heaven.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
I don't think he ever penetrated a kid, but
You think they kissed?
he could do? I mean, it's not illegal.
Do you think if you're a pedophile, you want to make out with kids? That seems weird.
Mhm.
it's not illegal?
I mean, the whole thing seems weird. Don't get me wrong. Unlike penetrating, which seems great. No, that's not. Fuck, man. It's
do you
weird to
remember when
fuck
we were
kids.
doing the Drake freestyle?
Yeah.
If it ain't penetration, ain't illegal.
Oh
dog.
yeah. That's a classic.
That was a good early
Yeah.
move to New York hang.
Yeah.
Doing the Drake
If it ain't
pedophile.
penetration ain't illegal, dog.
Ain't no penetration, ain't illegal, dog. Tell that baby I'm gonna slide that diaper off.
Push the diaper to the side.
I just love that, like,
Put your dapper
the confidence with that fucking horrible legal advice.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Bro,
actively wrong.
If it ain't penetration.
Yeah.
Called a judge.
Your
said the
Honor,
judge ain't-
I never penetrated the toddler. It was heavy petting.
I'm gonna suck the baby off. If it ain't penetration, ain't illegal, dog.
Tell that judge any case I'm gonna beat a dog.
I'm gonna suck the baby off.
I'ma
If
suck the
it ain't
baby
penetration ain't illegal, dog.
Boom, boom.
God,
Such
this
a
is
fucking
we.
minimalist beat.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
muttered on a beat.
Yeah.
Muttered on a beat. How?
Yeah, it's crazy that people just want to fuck kids.
I know.
And then they have to live a normal life and be like, you know what's really bad is people who want to fuck kids. Like, honestly, you know what I would never want to do is fuck a kid.
Well, that's, I mean, it's the same with like the
Being gay.
SJ dubs, like, or like male feminists on Twitter that turn out to have grabbed women's pussies themselves.
Yeah, like
You know?
that Devin
It's the same,
guy.
like the Devin dude. Yeah.
Who's
This is-
Devin?
He's
There's a
some
guy on Twitter
shitty
last
film
week.
critic.
Yeah, he's like a film, like he has some shitty fucking film blog
Right.
or whatever, which I feel is like what the internet was made for, is for
Right.
fat guys to be like, wow, you know, Kevin Smith really fucked the pumpkin on that one.
My favorite was the guy from Catfish who took that selfie in the elevator after Ray Rice.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that?
What?
He took a
Really?
selfie that's like, this elevator is violence free, like only cowards would like attack women or some shit like that. And then it turned out that in college he punched a woman in the face.
Well, what was the scenario?
Nev from Catfish.
Yeah. Is he the
I
one with
don't
the
know.
silver hair?
He's got a tramp stamp. No, it's
He's the other guy?
He has a lower back tattoo.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ever hit a woman?
Have I ever hit a woman?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
No.
One time when I was drunk, I threw my keys in the direction of my girlfriend, and for like, she never let me live that down. She was like, well, there was that one time you got violent. And I'm like, that wasn't violence. You weren't letting me drive, so I threw my keys.
Your girlfriend punched you in the balls outside of Caroline's.
Yeah.
Nick was pissed.
I was pissed, dude.
He was mad.
Fucking punched
She's
me in
like,
the balls.
sorry. He's like, oh, get off me.
That's crazy because your girlfriend also sucked me on the balls.
Come on, dude.
Just the same. And then also Adam's girlfriend sucked me on the balls.
There you go. That's
Yeah, there we go. That's on brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's on the money.
um,
So what have you? How was the road? Did anything gay happen? I thought we were gonna have story time.
Yeah, we got
to
stories.
to get back. I've been in fucking sit in traffic all day.
What'd you do
I went upstate.
to fuck your family? I asked
I
you this
guess.
off pod.
No, I went to a pumpkin patch.
oh, you did girlfriend time this weekend.
I bullied into
You fucking faggot.
I didn't do anything. I didn't do shit.
I didn't enjoy myself
No,
at the pumpkin
man.
patch.
I just drank apple cider and ignored everything going on.
I remember one time.
The apple picking date is always about the girlfriend's outfit, right? For the selfie.
Yeah,
It's- you know what's funny?
It's all about, she's been planning it for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, right. Doing any kind of like patch activity or
Yeah,
picking
patch.
fruit.
Yeah,
patch,
yeah.
You know, that kind of shit.
I like Mexicans
that's
to
like
do that
that's
for
like
me.
on par with like.
Nice.
Yeah, I let them put something in my ass.
Right. It's the it's the flipped equivalent.
Yeah.
It's like, all right,
God
it's not
damn
the worst. I'm not gonna love it.
Yeah.
There might be a
It's
second
the
where it's
equivalent-
fun.
I'll get to eat that pie once that pumpkin pie's made. I'm gonna
That's
be
gonna be
able to
good.
eat it.
Yeah. I remember one time in college, I went. There was like some fucking college trip to a pumpkin patch. And it was like all couples. And my roommate George went with his terrible girlfriend he had at the time, and then me and my friend Josh just went together, and we're just like fucked up, and we're just like two dickheads, and then he just completely leaves his girlfriend, and we just go apple picking, the three of us, and his girlfriend's trying to find us the whole time. We're like on each other's shoulders, like
That's
picking
awesome.
apples. We were taking a nap together.
That sounds
Just
like
like-
a great day.
It was fucking incredible, and his girlfriend hated it. It was awesome.
Yeah. You know what I used to love as a kid is the hay mazes.
Yes. Hell yeah.
And I never experienced that many of them.
Yeah, I only got a couple good ones. And just regular mazes at a fucking carnival or some shit.
Do they have that?
Yeah.
Is that a carnival
in Greece, maybe.
thing? In Greece?
Yeah, I went some weird...
Little boys,
yeah.
please come into my tricky house. My beautiful tricky house. You go in there, maybe you don't come out. Everyone in Greece is a pedophile, folks.
You have to... there's
Are you guys haunted house guys?
not really.
I like that shitty roller coaster that would go through the haunted house.
Yeah, the haunted hay ride. What is a hay ride?
A hayride is they get a tractor and then they have like a trailer on the tractor and that's got hay seats in it.
And then you try
you
and
sit on the hay seats and then the tractor goes around an area where there's a bunch of hay.
fill a girl's pussy with as much hay as you can.
Yeah.
So whoever's girlfriend has the most hay in her pussy
I
wins
vaguely
a
remember,
prize.
I think at my like stepsister's high school there was a story about like some kids at lunch going out into the woods behind the school to smoke pot, and a girl passed out, and they like shoved dirt and like leaves and shit in her pussy or whatever.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and then they got. I think there was like the police got involved, and then they were like, it was a prank, dude. And that's the thing is like that's why like men and women can't be friends, at least at that age, because I can kind of understand where those boys were coming from. Like if that was your friend that passed out.
Oh yeah, you put
like,
stuff in his ass.
Think about like if you teabagged a woman.
Oh yeah,
like, that would be national news.
Of course,
they didn't just fuck her; they put their balls in her mouth.
Yeah,
but if you like teabag a man, it's like you're gay, dude.
Dude, I remember the one time there was this kid we all didn't fuck with.
Yeah,
there was like a basketball tournament. And you like sleep away, and this kid just sucked. And then I remember somebody being like, "Yeah, we teabagged fucking Minaj, this piece of shit." And I saw the video. And it's like 3 guys taking turns putting their balls and dicks in his mouth for like 15 minutes, dude. This guy was passed out.
It was sexual assault. Yeah.
It was straight up.
Yeah,
at camp. Yeah,
that's like worse than Steubenville. But it's like you watch that video, and even a prosecutor would watch that and be like, they're right, he's gay. They got him. They got him. He deserved. Look, it's written right on his face in Sharpie. It says, I'm gay.
At camp, my friend Tommy he did this thing called the Egyptian goggles to this guy Dan
Arabian goggles.
The Arabian goggles, yeah. Where you put either of your balls in their sleeping eye sockets and then your dick on their mouth.
Do you guys ever do the ultimate?
He woke up and slapped him right at the dick, dude.
Oh,
my friend
nice.
like just crumpled.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's a good bit though. Do you guys ever do the ultimate push-up?
No.
Or I'm sorry, ultimate sit-up.
I've seen that.
Where it's like,
oh no,
someone's doing a sit-up, right? And you do this thing where it's like you push. You're like, dude, let me show you the ultimate sit-up, and you just do it. And they cover your eyes with their hand. They push up as hard as they can, and you're like, oh, and you really try and like push against the force and shoot up, right? Mm-hmm. And then so they see you do this, and then you're like, all right, man, your turn. So you cover their eyes and make them, push up as hard as they can. And then it's just someone with their ass is standing over top of them. So they just like full force put their nose in your ass essentially when they come up on the fucking sit up.
Nah,
it's
that's
one of the
great,
best
though.
ones.
That's definitely the way to see.
Ultimate
Girls don't know
sit-up.
how to
Isn't
have
that
fun
sort
like
of just like
there's no 15-year-old girls hanging out tricking each other into drinking their menstrual fluid. Like, no, Katie, it's cranberry juice.
Yeah, how many times
you got her? You're a lesbian. You got owned, you fucking lesbian.
Isn't that just like healthy gay experimentation, right?
No, it's
that
bullying.
actually I don't think was gay. Yeah, that was bullying more than anything.
Yeah, it's not experimentation. There's no consent there.
Yeah. And it's not sexual, honestly.
Making some kid suck your balls while he's asleep. It's still very funny. The only good one I had on this fucking kid Roosevelt was I was just like again in a basketball tournament. I just straight up classic took his toothbrush and just absolutely rubbed my balls all over it, and then just put it back. And he was just put it right back. And we were all sitting at breakfast the next day, and he had this fucking his roommate was this fucking idiot named Nisi, and he would just fucking he was like, "Hey Roosevelt, did you brush your teeth?" And he was like, "Yes." He was like, "Did you brush them real hard?" And he was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I brushed my teeth." He thought we were like making fun of him for not having, and we're like, "Yeah, Stav rubbed his balls," and he was just like, "No, I never brushed my teeth. I never brushed my teeth at all. I never did." And he just like, that was probably one of my finest moments. Yeah, I remember in like junior high, me and my friends were hanging out, and there was like a hat in like just on the ground that my friend Bernardo found, and he like just pulled down his pants and took a shit in the hat.
Holy shit!
There was like this younger kid. He was like, "Yeah, put the hat on." He's like, "No, get away from me." He's like, "Put it on." But then he just has this shitty ass he has to go around with. Smell like he shit himself.
That's awesome.
No, that shit's
Did
hilarious.
anybody put the hat on?
I did. There was one night, like me and my friend Brendan were driving around drunk, and we stopped at this kid Kevin's house that we didn't like, and I took a shit on. They had like at the end of their driveway like a lit like address, like with the numbers to their address, but like it was backlit. And I just squatted over the thing and took a big fucking dump like right on top of it, and just like laid it down.
Just so perfect and class. There's no thought. Just, I'm gonna shit on something.
Yeah, and then I got back in the car and it just reeked of shit. Because I couldn't wipe my ass.
Right.
And he was like, what the fuck, dude? Did you shit yourself? I'm like, no, I checked. And then eventually the smell went away after like 5 minutes or so. But yeah, dude. You don't realize how much the water absorbs the smell. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's why I never understood that prank where people are like, yeah, you get dog shit in a bag
and you
and
light
you light it on fire.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, just use your own shit. I don't know why you have to involve a dog. You also make shit.
Yeah, it's true.
Fuck, man. I love the ones that aren't like thought out at all. Just shitting on something. One time I just took this kid's skateboard that I didn't like and I just pissed on it.
Yeah.
That was it. That was just a solid prank.
I used to love pissing underneath the stall divider onto someone else's shoes.
Yeah, that's good. That's a classic.
What the fuck?
Like, what do you do in that situation?
Yeah.
Like, oops, sorry,
They're
dude.
shitting. They can't do anything.
They just lift their fucking legs up.
Yeah.
Fuck, man,
Just,
chill.
Just piss all over their shoes. Yeah, dude, fucking soaking public bathrooms with your urine. That's a classic move. That'll never stop being fun. I did that in this Chinese restaurant one time. Oh man, I was like, man, it's me and my mom went to dinner at this Chinese restaurant. It's a nice little Chinese restaurant, and we got to order like takeout. And I went into the bathroom, and it was like a very nice bathroom, and they had like, you know, nice like paisley pink wallpaper.
Yeah.
And I just started pissing all over the walls. I was just dying laughing. I was just laughing. Sorry, I pissed all over the mirror. Soaked the toilet paper.
The toilet paper's the best
Yeah.
one. To leave it on the roll but piss on it.
Yeah. I don't think I got a drop of piss in the toilet.
The funniest part of that is you returning to the table.
Yeah.
You know, like
returning to the table, like leaving, and like as I leave the bathroom, that she's like handing me the food. She's like, "Have a nice night." I'm like just crying, laughing. I'm like, "Thanks."
Knowing this bitch is about to walk in that bathroom and know exactly who did it. There's no mystery to that crime
It's
whatsoever.
a fucking crime scene, dude. There's just piss all over the walls, and it was like soaking into the wallpaper.
Fuck, man.
that's so mean.
I wish I had seen her face.
Well, that's
So
the thing,
mean.
man. That's just the meanest shit is when you get to, I mean, like, that's why there's a blowback against, like, edgy shit or whatever. But I feel like the reason a lot of, like, edgy shit doesn't work anymore is because a lot of the moral scolds are actually mean people themselves.
Right.
So it's not funny to them because they are just looking for a way to justify being shitty to people
Right.
through, you know, moralism or whatever. But when, like, and there's moments where I've been like expressing empathy and I've been met with somebody just doing the meanest shit possible, and it fucking makes me laugh so hard. Yeah. There was like a retarded kid one time or like, you know, he was like autistic or something. It was just my friend Nathan, and like the kid had like a Game Boy or something, and he was like, "Hey kid, where'd you get that Game Boy?" And the kid was like, "I got it from Santa or whatever." I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he's like, "Santa's not real, you fucking idiot."
Oh, no,
dude. The kid was like 5. It's like, it just struck me as so funny. But the best example of that, I did their podcast the other day. The Frost Christman shout out.
Shouts out Frost Christman.
By the way, this is, if you don't subscribe to the premium episodes, this is a premium episode you're listening to right now. So I guess you already do. Never mind. If you got friends you want to tell them about the premium episode.
Yeah, if you want to hear about the ways we bullied people in gay ways.
Yeah. No, there was this, I remember I used to work at this like cell phone kiosk and with these like 2 Persian brothers. Mm-hmm. And like the older brother like had worked his way up at Radio Shack or whatever and got really good at selling phones at kiosks, and that was like his like, you know, business or whatever. Right. And the younger brother was just in it since he was like 11 because the older brother like brought him. Of course,
yeah.
And I was friends with both of them, but the younger brother was like closer to my age. He was probably like 3 years younger than me, but like all he did was sell shit. You know?
Right.
Almost like a stereotype where, you know, he's like a Persian.
Yeah. Hey, my friend.
Yeah. So, me and him would just rip people off. We worked at kind of like a shittier mall or whatever.
Right,
so
right.
Like, you know, most of the people that came in, like I learned occupational Spanish just to fucking sell legal immigrants, like, you know, $900 Nextel phones that they didn't need or whatever. Like, hey, tienes celular? You know, and then be like, no social needed, and then just fucking sign them up for like the most expensive plan or whatever. And yeah, me and him had like a contest one time to see who like could, you know, rip people off the most with like like these like somebody used to sell ringtones back when you could only put like 5 ringtones on your phone.
Yeah.
And so we're selling them for like 20 a piece, 30 a piece sometimes. Just
ringtones?
Yeah. Because we were really good at sales.
Jesus.
You know, we'd like talk people into it.
Yeah.
You know? They're like, yeah, man, it's like, you know, we really, you know, we got to offset the cost of all this equipment. That's the problem. You know, this laptop is like $8,000, like just lying or whatever.
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
we
The
almost
idea
got-
that a ringtone could
But
cost.
like, did you keep the money or what
Yeah,
was that?
well, we got commission on it. So
Yeah.
it was like, you know, like a probably with ringtones because there was 0 overhead. It was like, you know, the store gets fucking 15% and then, you know, we keep, you know, whatever. We got like, made a shit ton of money off.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But so this was like, I was probably 18 at the time, and there had been different iterations of like these kiosks that I had known these brothers through, and we were working at one. It was a different company. It was a little bit more professional, like because like the one I met those guys at, there was no, you know, we'd lie to people. I'd show up drunk all the time.
Right.
You know, we had like a monitor on the screen that we were just using to bully the Pakistani guy that worked there. Put a picture of him on the screen. It was like, guess how old this man is, and when because he like looked like shit even though he was 21, and people are like 50. He's 50 years old. And they'd be like, nope. And they'd be like, you know, the Pakistani guy would get all upset.
That's
Sulk
hilarious.
in the corner. Anyhow, so like it was, you know, one of the now, you both phone guys now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to book the show.
All right. I don't know why I've been telling this story so long.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'm
trying to-
listening.
Yeah, no, I'm serious because there's very little payoff here. This started on the topic of like when you see somebody bully somebody.
Right,
it's
right,
really
right.
Funny. Okay, so here's the story. So we're working at like this other kiosk or whatever, and this woman came in, and she was like a return customer. Like somebody had already signed her up for shit, and she was coming back with a customer service issue, which like we don't see any money from. It's
Right.
most of
Right,
our fucking
yeah.
time we work on commission, so like nobody really wants to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
We, like hate these people. And she was like 50, and she had her like adult retarded son with her.
Hell
like
yes.
This like, you know, weird guy with this like weird like bird face and like, you know, just like weird posture. Just like, you know, in his pants. But he dressed like Adam, but like not ironically.
Right,
you know?
right. He's getting Kirkland signatures for real.
Yeah. So, you know, and she's there with him, and she just looks fucking worn out, and like she probably got ripped off by somebody. You know, she
Right,
signed up
of
for
course.
a fucking Sprint phone, then her first bill is like literally $1,000 because the fucking cell phone companies used to just do that to
Right,
people
right,
back in
right.
like 2006 or
Yeah.
whatever, and she's there with this, you know, her retarded son that just like he's like, you know, he would quietly say to her like, I want to go to the game store, you know. Like,
Yeah.
he just really wanted to go to GameStop and like, you know, just look confused. And she's like, we'll go after this. I have to take care of this or whatever. And so the younger brother was like helping them or whatever. He's like, nah, see, that's part of the plan that's in the contract or whatever. And he's like clearly like losing his patience with this. But I'm watching this, and this woman's like strung out, and she's like, I just don't have the money to pay for the, you know, whatever.
Right.
And then I'm like constructing this story in my head for this woman and her like poor son, and like, you know,
Yeah.
she's like, you know, you want to have a kid, and then you have a kid, and then it comes out disabled, and that's gonna be a
Right.
fucking disappointment. But then it gets to a certain point where, like, you know, she's up at night, like, why isn't he dead yet? And it's like, don't think that, you know, like you know, like just the torment of like having a 37-year-old,
Jesus
you know,
Christ,
disabled
yeah.
son you have to take care of, and I'm like almost at the point of like I'm
You
almost
work-
about to cry.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Like watching this woman, and I was like, it was like near the holidays too.
Yeah, of course.
It's just like really sad.
It's hard, yeah.
Yeah, it was like really fucking sad witnessing that, and then eventually, like, you know, they leave or whatever, and my the younger brother or whatever, I'm like watching them walk away, and I'm like really sad, and he's like, just looks at me, he's like, yo, that dude was a fucking loser. You know? That fucking guy, dude, he's a fucking loser.
That's what he calls retarded people.
Oh my
He's
god.
retarded.
He just wants to
man.
fucking
And I I laughed so hard.
That is so funny.
It's so funny. Yo, that guy's a fucking loser.
Like, just completely read that situation. That's your reading of that situation.
Yeah.
Like, makes him a good... Yeah.
No empathy. And
Zero.
It just completely took me out of it. Me and him used to bully the fuck out of people. There was this Indian guy that had a store, like a kiosk right next to ours. And ours was enclosed. Right. But we would go outside of it to, like, you know, nab people.
Bark
like,
people.
Hey, man, what'd
yeah.
you get? Like, let me see what kind of phone you have, you know, and talk to them because we have to make sales.
Right.
And he had a purse store called Lucky Bags.
Hell yeah.
There's this Indian guy that had this big fat Indian wife. And he would complain to mall management because we would bark at people in the direction of his kiosk or whatever. And he'd be like, they are stealing my customers. And it's like, it's completely different businesses.
You sell purses.
Yeah, you fucking idiot. Or whatever. And so he would, like, constantly, him and the wife would be like, do not talk to people in the direction of our store, you know, or whatever. And the wife would, like, she had this weird posture where she'd keep her back straight and put her, like, you know, arms behind her, like, clasp her arms behind her back and, like, sort of patrol the store. Yeah. And so I would, like, you know, make eye contact with her and then just jerk straight and, like, mimic her posture. And
what a fucking dick.
Just do an impression of her to her face. And
just
then just hide on the other. Yeah. No,
shitty
we were just
teenager.
fucking mean. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We used to bully the shit out of the guy. I, like, called up the mall management one time and I was like, this is LB from Lucky Bags. Santa is stealing my customers. And, like, demanded that they kick Santa out of the mall as him. And they're like, yeah, okay, we'll look into that.
Did they believe that it was him?
No, but they probably heard from him so fucking much.
Right.
They thought it was funny.
That's fucking
it's good to bully folks like that. So, you know, I feel like I've kept this shit going.
Yeah. You really went in on that.
Bullying, Adam, or did you get bullied?
I feel bad about it in retrospect.
What'd you do?
Like, my friend Tommy, growing up, I bullied him pretty hard.
What'd you do to him?
Well, he went to camp with us because his mom was Jewish, but
he was not a Jew.
His dad was Italian, so his name's Tommy Giorgione.
Hell yeah.
His brother's name was Joey Giorgione.
Hell yeah.
And he's a mind freak now. He's a street magician in Vegas. He does, like, magic.
So he deserved to be bullied.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
though.
We bullied him into being a street magician.
Into street magicry.
Yo, did we order pizza yet or no?
No, we didn't order pizza.
Oh, you fucking idiots.
God damn it, dude.
But, like, he would literally do anything for money. So he had this massive chest concavity. So, like, we stole, like, milk and cereal from the dining hall at camp.
Oh no!
And we had him, like, eat
cereal
out of his chest,
his own chest,
out of his own chest, and, like, it was like he would just literally do anything for money. And, like,
did you make him suck your dick?
We were like, I went on, like, a Israel.
Did you guys all come in the chest cabinet?
No, I went on, like,
he's got a big old bowl of cum on his chest. Now let's make him breastfeed the gay kid. That's some grade A bullying.
He would literally do anything. Like, at camp, we had, like, a climbing wall, and the front climbing wall literally went back. Like, what's it called? Like,
reverse cowgirl.
Cowgirl. No, like, the incline was, like, beyond 90 degrees. It was like a overhang or
60, 90 degrees.
And we're like, yeah, Tommy, climb it without a harness for $2. He, like, jumped over the fence. We're like, you could die. He's like halfway up.
Oh, you mean it was like dangling over the fucking the abyss?
Yeah, it was like you know, your feet would be in front of your arms.
Right.
You know? But we were our parents sent us on this Israel summer trip. Shouts out all of our
Is that where you
listeners.
got sucked off by the braces Russian?
No, well, no.
How many times have you been to Israel?
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Point of the story is he didn't like taking his shirt off because of the chest concavity. So we went to the Dead Sea, which is like a natural wonder.
Yeah.
You can float on the water, but
didn't weigh 120 pounds.
Yeah. Anyone can.
You little twink.
He didn't want to go, so he, like, went to the gift shop, and, like, we get on the bus, and he just bought, like, I think 30 porn magazines. He, like, opens up his backpack and he's just pulling porn out. And there's just like a spread with like 8 or like 12-inch dick like going into a girl's face.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, there are people around. You put this away. And we get to like the hostel.
We're in the holy city.
We get to Jerusalem. And he's like, we're like in our room, and he's like, Adam, I haven't beat off in 11 days since we got to this fucking country. I have 40 porn magazines. I need the room. I need the room. So like I left, and
more like jizz reel. Thanks, guys. Remember, this is a comedy podcast.
That was good.
So you got to do puns. That's
So-
real big right now.
So I knew he was jerking off in the room, and then I like saw my friends, and I was like, I realized that the window to our room was open. The curtains were closed.
Oh, hell yeah.
And then like my friends were like right outside our room, and I realized it was like leading into my room. So I told my friend, I was like, oh God. I told my friend, I was like, Tommy's beating off in there. So my friend, I'm not going to censor this because we're immature kids, but
right.
my friend literally like walks up to the curtains and he opens them up and he's like, got any crack, nigga? And like Tommy,
Jesus
he just shouts it at Tommy. Tommy is completely flat on his back, just wearing socks, like holding his dick in one hand and the magazine in the other hand. And he just looks up at my friend Isaac, who says it, and literally his body like levitated like off the mattress and like did a 180, and he just landed like erection into the mattress so fucking hard. And there was just this shriek of pain because he like literally broke in his boner. Like birds flapped away. It was like
Oh my
he was
God.
screaming because his penis hurt so much.
Did he have to go to
And
the
then he
doctor?
saw me standing there. Everyone's laughing, you know. He saw me standing there,
betrayed
and
him.
he just like went nuts. And he started like throwing all my stuff out of our room.
Was he naked? Just still
Yeah, he was
naked and
completely
hard?
naked. He put my sweatpants on, and he was like doing lunges, like rubbing his balls on my sweatpants and stuff. And then
Did he ever come?
like a week later,
Yeah, did he come?
It'd be so funny if
he
he
never
shrieked and came at the same time.
he never came. And then like a week later, I was sleeping, and I felt like in my sleep someone straddled me, and I opened my eyes, and Tommy was like above me holding a pillow, and he's just like looking down at me. He's like, Adam fucking Friedland, you betrayed my trust.
Oh
You
man!
humiliated me in public.
Holy shit!
And if you ever humiliate me again, I'll fucking kill you.
That's badass, dude.
I was hoping he was about to beat off on your face, dude.
Don't fuck with magicians, dude.
Yeah.
And now he's a mind freak street magician in Las Vegas.
Jesus, can you imagine the degree in which Chris Angel was fucked with by other kids to become
I mean,
Chris
I really
Angel?
think that
If
is
he's
the
just
genesis
that's
story.
a low level Vegas street magician.
Right.
The amount of teabagging that happened
Yeah,
to Chris
yeah.
Angel, where he's like, "I'm gonna fucking drown myself in front of everyone."
Yeah.
Now that's his job. I'm gonna fucking lock myself in a box of water and don't open up for 15 minutes.
And I'm gonna be wearing eyeliner and jewelry, and I'm not gay either.
Yeah. David Blaine got molested into being a magician.
Yeah. Well, David Blaine's cool, you know.
He is cool.
think so?
Yeah.
He's like a cool guy.
He was
Like,
friends
he,
with
like,
like Michael
learned-
Jackson and stuff.
He's like the guy that was like, you know, I feel like he was like on the streets, addicted to heroin, and he's like, all right, either I start sucking dicks or I do the coolest fucking magic tricks in the world and I get this dope for free.
Yeah.
And the drug dealers are like, that is my card. So, you know, here's a balloon.
He is very low key. I don't know. He's like laid back as hell.
Yeah, I mean,
He fucks too. He fucks like hot women, I think.
Do you
right?
remember when they gave Michael Jackson that award, and he's like, "First of all, I'd like to thank David Blaine. Your magic is real." That was like the first line of his acceptance speech.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
What the fuck most kids fucked 2003 award?
No, it was like Artist of the Millennium Award.
Oh, hell yeah.
But he didn't like. He was on so many drugs at that point, and like just looking like such a scary Asian woman, you know.
Who could have beaten him? Who else was an artist in the Millennium?
Of the Millennium?
Al Jolson. We've talked about him before.
Yeah, he was probably second best.
He's probably number 2.
The greatest performing artist of the 20th century?
Yeah. Who do you think?
Oh, well, it's the millennium, so I mean, shouldn't that go to like Michelangelo?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's what I was thinking.
exactly.
Not Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Michael Jackson, fine, but
Yeah, he was around for like the last
How about
40
Mozart?
years.
Picasso.
or I'm sorry for being Eurocentric, maybe some
Oh yeah.
you know African guy that invented gold or
Chinua
Confucius.
Achebe.
yeah.
Chinua Achebe.
Yeah, that was great when that girl Kevin Zane or Kavunzavana Wallace or whatever the fuck.
Kavanzane.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And then like during that award show, and this is like
Oh
2011.
yeah, The Onion, right? Is that
This
what
was
you're
like
talking about?
2000. Well, The Onion shit, but yeah, it was that award show. It was like Golden Globes 2011. So it was the beginning of like the woke period where like just the biggest fucking retards were going on Twitter and like legitimately being like, "Wow, they can't say her name," and it's like, "Yeah, you can't either.
Yeah,
You're typing this."
yeah, yeah.
I
It's
still don't know what it is.
QZV.
Yeah.
I think it's Kavanzane. Yeah, queso Visine. Her parents
That would
love
be
Mexican
that.
food and
That'd
clear
be,
ass
if
eyes.
she was on Sanford and Son, that's what fucking.
yeah.
That's
Can you
what Red
imagine,
Fox would
like-
call her. Okay, queso Visine.
Can you imagine the
Thanks
visual?
for checking in. I'm coming, Elizabeth. And that's how she would be addressed on the show.
Can you imagine a small bottle of Visine that you drip into your eye and liquid Mexican cheese comes out? That is a
Ooh.
gruesome visual.
That would suck.
That's what her parents named her after. That's why she had to become a star. Listen, when you're a star, you can name your kid whatever you want. Her name is Grab Him on the Pussy Wallace. Look, Billy.
Since we've got the theme of bullying. Did I tell the story ever about how the baseball team at my school almost tricked a kid into sucking all their dicks?
Go on.
Dude, I remember these motherfuckers
boy?
were sadistic, dude. This was like, so fuck.
Was he a gay kid?
No. Okay, so he was like the kid. He'd been trying out for baseball. He was
Yeah.
like the kid who
I
plays
like this.
JV.
I like this as the alternative plot to Angels in the Outfield. Like, Dad, are we ever going to be a family again? Yeah, maybe if you suck all the dicks of the,
Of the
Angels.
California Angels.
Yeah.
Dude, this kid was like, so it was baseball, and everyone at baseball that played baseball was like football athletes on, like a different, half of them played, I think that was it, because it was spring, right? So it was either lacrosse. So it was like football guys, and just this one like white kid who loved baseball, who was just like a total spaz. He played JV for 3 years, and they were like, finally his senior year, they let him ride the bench on varsity, and these motherfuckers, dude, it took them a whole season. They like set up. They were like, so like the first part of the season, they would be like, he would walk in, and like one guy would be on his knees, and they would get up real quick and be like, oh, sorry, Jonathan, didn't want you to see it. And he's like, whoa, what's going on? He's like, no, don't worry about it. So they like set the groundwork. They made him like walk in on them fake sucking each other off a bunch.
Man,
And
black
then
guys are so much better at everything. It's like fuck, literally at everything.
And they were like,
They're like, yo, dude, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make a play. It's going to have 9 acts and last an entire year.
dude, it literally lasted the whole season.
That's some like fucking, that is Shakespearean.
It was
Cicero.
It was
Yeah.
incredible,
Yeah.
dude. And so, and I remember, and I played football, so they would like telling me, I was like, this is crazy. They would like keep me posted on the shit. And then over the course of the season, like one of them pulled him aside and was like, all right, man, we trust you, dude. Here's what happens. If you're really good friends with someone, it ain't gay if you suck his dick. That's teammate shit. He's like, oh, okay. He's just buying everything he's saying. And it's like, yeah, maybe one day like we'll let you in. He's like, oh yeah, okay, cool. And then like towards the end of the season, they're like, hey man, come in here. And they take him to like the fucking supply closet or whatever.
Mhm.
And it's like, dude, it's a big day. He was like, we trust you, man. You're our teammate. He walks in. There's like fucking 5 dudes in there. And they're like, they're about to get their dicks out. And this kid's on his knees.
Oh,
He
that's
gets on his
terrible.
knees. And then the coach comes to get a bat. And he's like, what the fuck is going on in here? And to this day, I don't know if they would have made him suck their dicks, dude. That's the
terrible.
weirdest part of it all.
How much do you want to bet that kid is absolutely voting for Donald Trump? That's the guy. People are like, how could you vote for him? He's like, shut the fuck up! Shut up! Don't shut up right now!
Oh my god! I was like,
Oh
I
my
remember being like,
God.
Jesus, guys, I don't know about this.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like, it's
yeah.
just like-
I'm so
I-
sad.
I legit don't know if they would have made him suck their dicks. He would have done it. He would have just done it.
But it's so like, what's the payoff of that?
I don't know, man.
You
Maybe
have
they're
a boy
gay.
to have a boy suck your dick.
Maybe they're gay is the other option.
You're kind of pranking yourself.
Well, they're prison gay.
They're prison gay, sure.
Yeah, that's why that happens in jail too.
As a goofy bit.
Yeah. It's because
As a prank.
they're grown men that don't know how to stop pranking on a fucking 8-year-old level.
God, the pranks in jail
I
got
saw
to
a
be
YouTube
have to be a
video one
blast.
time this guy, he like was recording like a vlog or whatever. I used to sit and refresh. YouTube used to have an option where you could watch videos as they were uploaded to YouTube.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, back before. Oh,
Nice, man.
Back before. Nice.
I think I twice.
Yeah. No, that was it.
No,
okay.
that's all right.
Yeah, so that was like back before like, a million videos were being uploaded at a time.
Right.
So you could just refresh and see things in real time as they were being uploaded. And there was a video I saw one time. It was just sort of like, kind of fat black dude. And the story, the title of the video, all caps, of course, was like, "How I raped a guy in jail."
You told this on the podcast.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
His name was Tom Henderson.
yeah. You said you did this one. Was there any other weird shit? Because I feel like you were on the internet. What was the weirdest shit you saw before it got like on
I saw
YouTube
on
thing?
YouTube. I had to like flag it and report it, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" But there was like one time, there was like a 7-year-old girl who was just uploading videos that were like just pornography. It was just her like dancing naked and like spreading her vagina.
Oh no!
So what the fuck is this?
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Something really chill was happening in that house. That's for sure.
I'm sure it was a very cool
Place to grow up.
Yeah, she's a free spirit.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it was the set. I should just re-uploaded it with the Seventh Heaven theme.
God.
Yeah.
Oh man! Any other good pedophiles?
I told you guys. Before we recorded with Ian, but I told you guys that story of when I was abroad and that little kid came up to my friend Perry and asked how old he was.
Oh yeah.
This like little kid came up to my friend. He goes, "How old you are?" And my friend just like looks at like this 7-year-old boy square in the eye, and he goes, "Old enough to suck your dick."
What did the kid say?
No, you told
He
that
didn't
story
speak
already.
English. No, I said it before. I don't
Yeah.
think
Off the
it was
pod?
on the episode.
Oh, see, I can't remember. This is why we got to stop hanging out.
I
with
know.
each other.
Yeah.
We can't be friends.
Yeah.
We'll just we just record all our friendship. Do the best of friendship. We should have lav mics.
Honestly, man, I thought this one was going to be bomb. We took that little break. I did nothing. I didn't have cell phone service for 2 days.
Today.
That's cool.
Oh,
Yeah,
for
no
this one?
Wi-Fi, nothing.
I didn't even tell my story about fucking Tampa. I was fucking. First of all, Tampa is such a weird fucking city, dude.
It's the strip club capital of America, right?
Dude, all the girls are like, they're like every woman in Tampa. I tweeted this, but it's like they're just like the hottest waitress at a bowling alley. Like that's what they look like. They're like this trashy.
Yeah,
Every single one has like a fucking like a flower on their shoulder. That's the tattoo that every woman in Tampa has. And so many dudes have like they look like retired professional wrestlers. Like they all have.
There
that,
are
like,
a lot of them down there.
yeah, there's some down there, but there's like just
it's Hulk City.
Hulk City. That's where Hulk got, dude. That's where he fucked Bubba
Yeah.
the Love Sponge's wife.
Yeah. Well, he lives there. He's from Tampa.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn,
Hulk,
I didn't see him. Hulkamania.
No, I was trying to think of a Hulkamania pun for the city, but I'll tell you what, folks.
Tampa
I
Mania.
thought I was going to get pizza, and I didn't. So I can't think of a... Fuck puns, dude. I can't
puns.
wait until that's not a fucking thing anymore.
It's always going to be a thing.
No, it's, you know what it
It's
is?
the two most annoying groups of people puns. Tweens
The-
and
the-
old men.
If you think puns are funny, then you probably enjoy Lindy West. Her big thing is like she came up with puns and typing capital letters in her essays, and that's why people think she's funny.
That sucks so hard.
What do you mean typing capital? Like
half
all
her
caps?
essays are like, yeah, guess what? That's called rape, guys. She invented that. Is using caps lock.
All caps.
Yeah.
Rants. Kanye used to do that.
Kanye gets a pass for me always, but
Me too.
I made out with like a 65-year-old woman.
No, you
In
didn't.
Tampa, I swear to God, I was waiting. The shows were over, and I was just like hanging out. And it's like I wasn't. Bobby left. I don't know what he was doing. He was hanging out with some friends, and I was gonna try and fuck some girl, but nothing really materialized. So I'm just about to leave. I order my Uber, and there's just some crazy old woman. She was at the show, but she was like heckling. She was like a problem,
Mm-hmm.
and She's like, where you go? She's like fucked up. She's like, why don't you sit here? I just like sit on this bench next to this old woman, and just like I'm making out with her.
And then the old woman, like she starts laughing while you're making out with her, and then she pulls off a mask, and it's like a black kid from your high school. He's like, "You're fucking gay, dude. We pranked you. You're gay."
Yeah, it's
Damn
not a prank.
Dude, yeah, and I made out with this old lady, and until my Uber came.
Did she kiss good?
She kissed pretty good, dude. It was weird. She had an old mouth.
I feel
She's
like
probably that bitch
old
from
people
Titanic,
are sloppier kissers.
She was sloppy, and no joke, I'm in the Uber, and I'm just like, my mouth feels weird, and I'm like, smacking my lips and shit. It was numb, and like I'm pretty sure it was Orajel. Like I'm pretty sure my shit was numb from like, it wasn't Coke, dude. It was like old lady fucking denture shit.
She's probably like 42 years old and just like a Coke lady.
She was not a Coke lady. It wasn't Coke.
We got to do another cocaine episode. I got good feedback.
I'd love to do a Coke.
From who?
I wasn't here for the Coke app.
It's the guy that offered me the free impact wrench.
You like the cocaine episode?
Yeah.
By the way, guys, if you want to offer us any free stuff, we'll take literally all of it.
Yeah.
I turned it down because I already had.
Including free naked pictures.
Yeah, if you want to sext us.
Yeah, if you want to just tweet your pussy directly at any one of us on Twitter,
We'll
or,
retweet you.
Yeah, well, I'll retweet you.
Yeah.
If you want. If you want my massive following to see your holes.
Did you see Cumtown Fans is going a little crazy today on
No. About what?
about the Podesta emails?
No, that
He's
makes
like
sense.
losing his mind a little bit about it.
Yeah, I mean, all those
Oh,
emails,
geez.
I mean, people haven't had a chance to go through them all yet, but I'm sure there's some pretty juicy stuff in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Like
anything.
saying Donald Trump is bad.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. I
Yeah.
can't wait to see what he's going to say on the third debate. He's going to just...
Well,
he
the
might
third
say
debate
verbatim.
is Fox News. I didn't realize.
He might say verbatim. Is it? That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, that's to his advantage. It's
Of
got to
course.
be.
You think he... What's the wildest shit you think he'll say? You think he'll say Bill Clinton is
He's
a
going to
rapist?
say nigger.
Jesus.
That's the
on,
last
dude.
thing that's left.
You think he will? No, he
Dad,
could say
hold on.
cunt.
First of all, let's take a second. That is the first time the hard R
That was
been dropped
super...
on this show.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that's
That's
the
the
last
se-
thing
and
that he
also
has
that's
left
the
to
second.
say.
That also violates the rules
It's
that
a
I
pre-
set forth for when you can say the N-word on this show.
If
When
it's
are
a
they?
quote,
If you're quoting another white guy.
I'm quoting Donald Trump.
He didn't say it yet.
He's
Hypothetically.
gonna say
He's
it in the
gonna
third
say
debate.
it. No, dude, you're fucking.
No, he's
you're-
okay until the third
No,
debate.
what's the,
if he doesn't
what's the
say
financial term you're leveraging here?
yeah.
You're buying
futures-
N-words on
futures
leverage.
trading.
Yeah, unsafe asset.
Futures trading.
Yeah, your futures
No, dude,
N-words.
I don't want to create an N-word bubble on this show.
I'm not trying to. No, listen.
There's going to be an N-word collapse, and the fucking value.
I'm just
of
saying the
N-word's
last
gonna
thing
plummet.
left for him to do is go
No,
hard.
You know what?
R.
You're the Goldman Sachs of saying the N-word right now, dude. You're the AIG. You're the NIG. You're underwriting the N-word on my goddamn podcast, and I won't be privy to it. I need the what's the SEC? What's the black version of the SEC?
fuck.
The SEC?
SEC.
Come on.
SCE.
That was harder than. Okay.
SEC. Fuck. What is it? I don't know.
SEC. Well, there goes that riff.
NAACC.
Yeah, sure. How about this? The NIGG.
all right. Next riff. And scene. We have to cut that like a shitty improv.
Yeah, they had to cut me on Red Eye.
Really?
Yeah, I did Red Eye, and like they were talking about like they just have like a million fucking. They're like, all right, here's 10 news stories, and they run through them. And one of them was like this video of like a selfie drone that they have now, which is like so it takes. And the girl, like the
Who are you on with?
I don't know, some sexy Fox girl, who I will refer to as Legs. That's all of the Fox women.
Yeah.
She was all right. She's okay.
Yeah.
She's pretty cool. But
Did you fuck her?
I didn't want to say this, but yes, dude. Yeah.
Nice.
On
bro.
television. That's what they had to cut. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Good job.
They're like, Nick, stop doing that. I'm like, make me. And then they're like, you're a fucking man, dude.
That's
You're
awesome,
so cool.
dude. Hell yeah.
Fox News.
Fox News. Fox News.
No, I didn't fuck her. So they
What?
Yeah, it's,
You were just lying to me?
yeah, I was, dude. I'm
Fuck,
sorry. I was
man.
trying to impress you.
Yeah.
I actually was orally raped by 5 black men at Fox News. But to be fair,
They pranked me. They tricked me into it, so it's my own damn.
It
I'm a
was
big
the
prankster.
Central Park 5.
It was Central Park Five.
Yeah.
They're in that park. They're tricking young boys. Listen, they got this game. They get you on the baseball team. Don't. That's why they always tell you don't play baseball with them. That's why there's none of them in major leagues, because they rape everybody. Look,
Somebody's
folks,
doing the raping.
that's going to be the debate. I heard this story. You're not going to believe this story. Jennifer Flowers is right next to him.
Yeah.
Jennifer, you're not going to believe this story. I was saying, how funny it would be if, like, this week, Donald Trump also raped Juanita Broderick. Look, I fucked up. I'll admit it, but Bill did it too.
Awesome.
I did it,
Oh
sure,
my
but you know, I did it. He
God.
did it. Everybody's done this.
Jesus
This is a thing
Christ.
everybody's done. Who cares?
Did you see the press conference?
Well, hold on. This is where they had to cut me on Red Eye.
Yeah, yeah.
We were talking about this selfie drone or whatever,
Uh-huh.
and the Fox girl was like, "Why would you pay $600 for what is essentially a selfie stick? It's just so you don't have to do this." And she like raised up her arm like she had like a selfie stick, and I was like, "Well, I'll tell you can't do that. John McCain can't raise his arms above his
They
head."
cut you because of that?
Yeah, well, and then everyone got really silent, and I'm like, "No, he can't raise because of Vietnam. They fucked up his shoulder.
You can't make fun of him.
They're like looking at me and they're like, yeah, okay." And I'm like, what? That's a good point. And then Trump's like, I guess that is a good point. Dave Smith's like, that's not a good point.
Oh,
And
do
then
you want with
afterward-
Dave?
Yeah. And then after,
Dave didn't give you anything on that one?
No. Dave, I don't like. Me and him don't really riff well. None of those guys.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I really riff well with.
But still, I feel like
because Dave's also like a libertarian, so he's on there to be like, actually, 36% of blah blah blah
Right,
blah.
right,
It's like,
right.
all right, okay.
Right.
Um,
Actually, taxes give
yeah,
you
yeah.
AIDS.
yeah. No, I mean he goes on there to actually be a news guy.
Right. He
You
knows
know.
what he's talking about. Like a bitch.
And I mean, I'll just do it because they
Yeah.
give you a free limo ride there.
Right,
Pretty cool.
right.
Some coffee in the green room.
Yeah.
Some macaroons.
Shit, I want to do it. Scopo was on it, dude.
Was he?
Yeah.
How did he do?
I watched part of it.
Yeah. Well,
the
they told me
beginning.
they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to cut that John McCain thing." I'm like, "What the fuck? Why?" And he was like, "Well, his children watch this show."
At 3 a.m.?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, if you say so."
Yeah.
They were like, "Do you have anything you want to plug?" I was like, "My podcast, Come Town." They're like, "Yeah, we can't do that." All right.
I haven't been able to plug it on anything,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm just like, check out my podcast.
Yeah.
Search it. But that's fucking hilarious that they're like, yeah, we couldn't air the John McCain thing, but we're gonna stick with Trump calling him a pussy essentially for getting
Mhm.
captured.
It's true.
Well,
And-
that's news. It's not news to produce a show where they have some no-name comedian come on and insult John McCain.
You didn't insult him.
I
That's
insult
funny.
John McCain.
I actually, no, I would say, I mean, I framed it so it was like, you know who needs this is John McCain.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
you're
yeah.
insulting disabled veterans by saying who.
That's
would need
true.
a
That's
thing like this.
ableist for them to cut it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
was saying it was good that they had that
Good.
that drone.
It is ableist, and I won't stand for
Who
it.
the fuck is buying drones? They have ads for drones on the subway now, and it looks like a fucking Minority Report thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like it
Like
at all.
Drones
Fucking
are really
fake.
big with like Monster Energy Trump kind of guys.
Are they?
Yeah. Like especially like people that live in rural areas, they go out in the fucking desert and whatever.
Fuck
and
with the drone.
Fuck around with some drones.
Watch their
yeah.
neighbors fuck with a
Like
little
Dan
video camera.
Bilzerian kind of guy.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Dan
Love drones.
Bilzerian.
Yeah.
Now there's a.
I can't
man's
believe I
man.
said the N word. Oh my God, I just feel so.
I can't wait for your parents to hear this.
Guess
It was the
what's-
first
guess what's
time-
being cut and then
Listen.
placed into the theme song of the podcast from now on.
yeah,
Yeah, just Adam straight up dropping the N-bomb. I'm just glad it wasn't me.
yeah. That is crazy. I can't believe you did it.
I was saying, I mean, like, let's be honest. Every white guy has said it. I have
Yeah,
maintained
No, I'm kidding. Of course.
that any white person that says that they haven't said it is either lying or they've never played a video game where you can put in your own name. Because if that is not your name,
I do.
You know what's the best? The more childish the game is, the funnier it gets. I played Pokemon Snap the other day, and that's Professor Oak is just calling me
in all caps.
yeah,
too.
yeah. This is a great picture of Pikachu, comma.
If they ask
Thumbs-
only if it's like an arcade game, they only want 3 initials.
Yeah,
You got to
yeah.
go NG, A or R
Or FAG.
or FA.
It's
Yeah.
only 3. You
Classic.
always go FAG.
I go SMD.
suck my dick.
Suck my dick.
Classic.
I also I was playing some game where it was like I thought it was just for me, and so you had to put in your name, and I was like, it was like some fighting dragon, some gay ass like dragon game on the app games. Where I thought I was just like, I'm just gonna pass the time, and they asked me for a name, so I put Adolf Hitler, and I'm like, and they wouldn't let me do it, and I was like, this is fucking lame. So I just spelled it wrong, like, but I was sticking with Adolf Hitler, and it was just like It was like the whole game was super social. It was just like you fight other people and you like you set fire to like other like people's villages and shit. And it's like you've been burned by Adolf Hitler. I can't believe I didn't get fucking like banned from that shit.
Yeah, no, I remember I was playing Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 one time, and they have like the other people playing their names right above their like character or whatever. So I'm like waiting for somebody to come out of like a. I'm like trying to shoot somebody and they're in like a building or something, and I'm like waiting for them to come out, and my teammate runs by and I just see him come on the screen and he's like slowly going around the building, and then his just name appears. It's just Hitler was right.
Jesus Christ, dude.
But then he's just playing the game. And,
right.
He was a good teammate.
Yeah. Well, what's better about that is, what the fuck?
Let me check if that's my car.
It's
Someone's
not your car.
cussing.
It's somebody holding. Yeah, it's somebody holding the horn down. Folks, I live in a pretty wacky neighborhood called Bedford-Stuyvesant. You may. Oh man,
Live from Bedford-Stuyvesant, the livest one.
I was in upstate last night, and there was like a family having like a birthday dinner next to me. It was like they were like, what is that kind of brown Chinese? I guess like Filipino or something.
Hmong?
No, they were like Filipino or something.
Okay.
And,
Filipino, the party Asian.
Yeah, like the Asians that like steal car stereos.
Yeah.
The Asians, other Asians look down upon.
Yeah.
Humungs.
Filipinos, right?
Yeah, it's Filipinos, dude.
Oh yeah, shout out Bruno Mars.
Yeah. Is he Filipino?
I think
Yeah.
so. Shout
I
out.
thought he
Rao.
was lesbian.
He's both.
Yeah.
Nice.
Man, his music is catchy as hell, but just what a fucking like derivative, formulaic.
It's all just very shitty versions.
Well, it's
of
just
Michael
stealing-
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All of it.
it's like Morris Day in the time.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Mhm.
Yeah. That Don't Believe Me, the Uptown Funk song was dope. I'm sorry.
Well, the new one's pretty good.
I'm not going to apologize.
I don't know.
24 karat magic.
Yep. He did it on SNL this weekend.
Yeah, no, they had him on the Today Show or whatever.
Mhm.
Or they were talking about it on the Today Show. I got broadcast television again, so I watched the Today Show.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
You got the digi antenna.
my digital antenna.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I like that the electronics are just creeping out of my room.
Yeah.
That
That and that cum towel.
yeah, the fucking Today Show has not changed at all. It's just
It's
like
still louder.
we're gonna be old, out of touch old women talking about pop music for a second. Like, well, I tell you, that Bruno Mars, that's just a digging groovy tune that I'm listening to. All right, great. And next up, we have a retarded girl who has cancer, so we're giving her mom a makeover. And then they cut the mom's outside for some reason. She's like outside waving it. They don't just bring her in the fucking building. I don't know why she has to sit outside in the cold with everybody else behind those corrals. Those people that get balloons that want to be seen on TV.
That's like all they talk about. That's their Facebook picture
Right,
for
yeah.
the rest of their life.
And then those makeovers are always like, well, she looked like shit before, but now she looks like a substitute teacher. So we did it. She's still not fuckable, but sorry your kid has leukemia.
She'll be crying out this blue eyeshadow at any moment on the car ride home.
Yeah, have you seen that clip of what is it with Kathy Lee Giffords brings on the autistic boy?
No.
Who so it's like some school where like a jock, it's like, you won't believe this story, where in shithole
Right.
Kansas, a small town of 5 people, where a little autistic boy with no friends, that was a loser, that nobody wanted to hang out with, he sucked, frankly. When one of the jocks from the school made the brave stance of not bullying him and pretending to be his friend.
Yeah.
And then so like, and then they fucking
like sitting with him at lunch.
yeah,
Gives
sitting
him
with him
Jordans.
at lunch, yeah. And then so they bring him in, and then they have the autistic boy there, and then all the women, Kathy Lee Giffords and like those other dumb women on the show, they've just been like hot cunts their
Yeah,
entire life. And
Right.
now they're rich and like they can't relate. There's no way they could possibly relate to this autistic boy. And she's like looking at him and she's like, and Jonathan, how did it make you feel when Brock
I don't know feelings.
yeah. And he's like, I don't know, fine. And she's like, but isn't it just so crazy that he wanted to be friends with you? Isn't that just make you feel great that, somebody... And she's just handling it so poorly.
And
And
she
then
sang to him.
Yeah, then they have the song from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guy, and then they had some fucking guy write a song for the autistic boy, and it's like...
And Kathy Lee performed it.
No, Kathleen didn't perform. Oh, yeah, she sings the
did.
song.
She
But
sings
the
the
lyrics of the
song.
song, the lyrics of the song are like, "When you're a fucking loser, and no one
yeah.
wants to hang out with you,
Yeah.
but then the kindness of a stranger, and then and the kid, they come back, the kid, and he's crying. And then she's like, why are you crying? He's like, it make me sad,
Oh my God.
There's
really?
a really
Yeah,
good
Oh, fuck.
Stern segment
About it.
Yeah. It's
Oh, really?
Like on
I don't
YouTube.
want to fuck. Why don't you cut in with that at the beginning, you
Now
fucking
we just did a
I-
much
dickhead?
shittier
I
version of it.
wasn't paying attention, and then I found out yeah.
Fucking
I told you my friend's uncle was like
sucked your dick when you
was
were
a
little?
huge Stern head, and he was a New York City cop, and some guy like called from the George Washington Bridge. He's like, "Hey Howard, Baba Booey, like I'm gonna kill myself." Howard, it's me. I just Baba Booey. I'm a big fan. I'm gonna kill myself, throw myself off the George Washington Bridge. And so my friend's uncle was just in the squad car, and he heard it, and he's like, he just pulled around, got on the George Washington Bridge, and then Howard. It's incredible. It's all on YouTube. And Howard's like talking him through it and telling him why he shouldn't die and shouldn't kill himself. And Howard's being like hilarious.
Right.
And then my friend's uncle like saves him.
Whoa.
And then he takes the phone. He's like, "Hey Howard, big fan. I was listening. Detective Bleeker here, big fan. Yeah, just out here saving lives. Remember people called on 9/11?
Yeah, that was a sketch I wanted to do.
Yeah, we were talking about
There's
that.
all these on YouTube. They have like calls from the towers,
Holy
and it's
shit.
911 calls where people are like, "There's a lot of smoke in here. You gotta get somebody up here. We're in Tower 2. You gotta get somebody up here." And it's they're like, "Just stay with us. Stay on the phone."
call
And then it's
Stern.
like synced up. It's like synced up to videos of like the towers falling or whatever.
Oh.
So like you gotta get up, and then it cuts off as the
Jesus
tower falls. They're like
Christ.
terrifying videos. So, but like to redo those, but have them be like, "Yeah, there's a lot of smoke up here. Anyhow, I love you, Howard, and Baba Booey, love the show. Shout out to Crackhead Bob, rest in peace. Love the show, Howard. Just want oh God, just calls
I just
out.
want to say, Robin, I love you on Motorboat Your Titties anything. Beetlejuice, you're the funniest retard I've ever seen in my entire life. Big fan, Howie.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be on this show before I died in 9/11, so
Never forget me, please. Don't ever forget me.
Howie.
Fuck, man.
God, he is the fucking best. He's the fucking
H. Stern.
Well, come
Did
on.
you guys
Let's
listen?
not plug other shows on here. We'll lose our audience.
Yeah. I mean, he's like my second favorite podcaster behind us.
Yeah, tied.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Mark Maron though. I think it's safe to say we have a much better show than Mark Maron.
Easily. Much better thought out.
Mhm.
Better guests.
Yeah.
First of all, when we do have big guests,
Yeah,
we try harder on the
just fucking
interviews
have
than he does.
right have fucking the president on and be like, so what was Dan Ninen like?
No, he had the president on. He's like, so who are your guys? Like, who are your guys growing up?
He had the president, and he just talked all the over. Basically, talking over the president at any point is like, come on, man. Let's listen to Barack Obama speak. Fucking, who's with me, huh? Boys?
I don't know. I feel like you can hear the president talk whenever. I think it's.
I want to ask him if he comes though.
I just want everyone in the podcast land to think me, Mark, is as cool as Barack Obama.
Do you
We're
think-
colleagues in a way?
Do you think that Michelle Obama fucks Barack Obama? He's on.
Well,
all
first of
fours?
all, she's a gay man.
Here's what I'm.
That's my favorite conspiracy theory.
Is that
Michelle Obama is a gay man.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And Obama is a gay prostitute. Too.
That
Yeah.
he was during the Benghazi attacks. No one could find him because he was doing cocaine and having gay sex.
That's
Which
so
is like-
cool.
Which is like, who is the fucking the source of that conspiracy? It's got to be a 12-year-old boy
Right.
that they're all like, yeah, this
Who
guy
wants to
knows.
fuck the president?
Yeah.
I will say this. We'll break this on Cumtown because
Oh, yeah?
this hasn't been in the press. But Chris Stevens, the ambassador during Benghazi, was in. My friend, anyway, it's pretty much a fact that he was in that house. The State Department told him not to be in that house, but he was visiting his gay lover in that house during Benghazi attack.
Really?
It's true.
You just break that?
I just broke it on Cumtown. They can't get anyone on the record to say it,
But you, Adam Friedland.
but he was visiting his gay Libyan lover
What
in
was
the
it?
Benghazi house.
What was his
Yeah.
name?
It was actually the 4 Marines that died. They were part of an organization called the U.S. Marine Corps. That's actually a cover for having gay sex.
It's true.
And
Yeah.
doing pull-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you ever see anything that says USMC, that's
Mhm.
actually a secret code that means
Man cru-
you
man- man-
you
man
suck
cock.
men's cocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Under secret men cocksucking detail.
Yeah, it's true.
The Navy SEALs, that stands for sucking, eating a lot of loads. Delta
what else?
Force.
Delta
That stands
Force.
for dicks
Dick.
entering
Little.
Tiny assholes.
assholes. Yeah.
Yeah, that's that.
They're
that's
pedophiles.
Just a fact.
Delta Force is actually a group of pedophiles.
Yeah.
Wait, the
What else? What
Marines.
else?
The
Let me
Marines
tell you
are-
this: if you're a tier 1 operator and you're out there listening to this, I'll kick your ass, dude. I'll fucking. I will meet up with you and I will beat the shit out of you.
I'll
if you're
tell
a
you
fucking
something right
U.S.
now.
Navy SEAL and you want to fight me,
Yeah,
you better prepare to fucking lose.
I'll
dude.
tell you something right
I
now.
will beat you up and I'll steal your fucking little hat and I'll wear it around because now I'm a Navy SEAL. And
Yeah.
that's the fucking rule.
Yep.
If you beat up a Navy SEAL, that's how you become a Navy SEAL. So you can
Well,
suck
a
my
woman-
stolen valor dick.
Jane could do it. Some woman named
Yeah,
Jane.
G.I.
could do it.
Jane.
Yeah,
Yeah, great job, guys. You let a woman with breast cancer become one of you.
not a big deal.
You know, what a
You
woman
just
with
going
breast
off the
cancer will never
haircut?
do? Be on my podcast. They'll never get to that level of prestige.
Jesus fucking
Never,
Christ.
never.
So that's definitive right now. Right now is what
I
you're
won't
saying.
stand for it.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a good podcast. So,
That was a good ep.
yeah, guys, thanks for listening to the premium content. And remember, that offer stands. If you're out there, you're in the service, and you wanna get your fucking ass kicked,
See
see
Nick
me with
Mullen.
the hands, bitch.